good, YouTube? It's Malik and we're back for another video. Today we're going to be reacting to 1 in a million coincidences. And before I start this video, I'd like to thank you guys for supporting me and liking up the videos, sharing, doing what you do, just messing with the videos. I'm surprised you guys actually mess with the vlog. That was a pretty rushed vlog. And yeah, I'll bring more of those for you guys if you just comment if you want to see another one. And yeah, let's get straight into the video, bro.
Incidences you'll have to see to believe. Number 20, the ultimate photobomb. There are plenty of cool photobombs out there, but this story of fate accidentally captured on film has got to be the craziest yet. This photograph belongs to a woman named Hugh, who posed in front of the May 4th sculpture in the town of Guangzhou in China during a trip with her mother in the year 2000. This buried memory didn't seem too significant until she began reminiscing with her husband over a decade later in 2011, when the pair made a shocking discovery. Hugh's husband, Yi, instantly recognized himself as the figure in the background of the old photo, as he had posed for an almost identical photo at the exact same time, just from a different angle.
Oh, that's crazy.
The lovers met thousands of miles away from Guangzhou.
That's crazy.
But had stood just feet apart on the same day as teens. If this isn't fate, I don't know what is.
That
Number
is
19.
crazy.
What the puck? 88-year-old Minnesota resident Ray Olvey was out for a stroll in a local park one day searching for the perfect branch for his cane-making business when he stumbled across an unusual object. He picked up what he believed to be an old snuff can from the path, only to discover that the historical artifact was actually a hockey puck he had lost some 70 years earlier. It even had his initials still inscribed on it. Olvey was overjoyed at the discovery, but was unable to tell his friends as they had all passed away. So he contacted the manufacturing company instead to congratulate them on the success of their lifetime guarantee. Number 18. Freaky fingers. We can all inherit all kinds of weird things from our parents, but who knew it could go quite as far as this horror story? An anonymous poster took to Reddit to share a freaky coincidence, which began when their father had the tip of his index finger cut off as a child. To the poster's distress, the very same finger on their hand stopped growing at the same length, resulting in an abnormally stubby finger smaller than a pinky. Thanks, Dad. Number 17. A message from the Matrix. Who said coincidences couldn't be self-aware? In this image, someone shares the uncanny way newspapers had been stacked at work so that the only visible sentence reads, "This is not a coincidence," over and over. This meta 1 in a million chance quickly became a concern to commenters, though, who instantly saw the dark side and warned the poster that the strange occurrence could be a Matrix-style message alerting them to wake up from a dream, or worse, a coma. Number 16. Lucky numbers. Coincidences don't always have to be creepy, as this incredibly lucky couple from Canada have learned after becoming third-time lottery winners. Barbara and Douglas Fink from Edmonton first won big in 1989 when they split 128,000 Canadian dollars between themselves and 4 friends. And to their surprise, they repeated this feat in 2010, scoring another 100,000 Canadian bucks. In a historic turn of events, the couple became joint winners of a 16.3 million Canadian dollar jackpot in 2017. Realizing she was eligible for 8.2 million Canadian split, Barbara simply called Douglas and said, "I've done it again." Not everyone is capable of such a fluke, though, and this poor soul could certainly use a few tips from the Finks. Number 15.
Play Animal Crossing videos with your screen off. Try YouTube Premium on us and explore uninterrupted.
Unthinkable woman. Whether this woman is extremely lucky or a walking bad omen is totally up to you. Violet Jessup had survived a nasty case of tuberculosis as a baby, but little did she know she was about to become one of the most seemingly indestructible women of all time. During her lifetime, Miss Jessup was an Irish stewardess and a nurse aboard 3 of the most significant boat-related disasters in history. She served on the HMS Olympic when it struck the HMS Hawke in 1911, and was aboard the HMS Britannic when it sank after hitting a sea mine in 1916. And did I mention she also survived the sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912? Just know that if a Miss Jessup is ever with you at sea, you'd better have your life jacket ready. Number 14. Lucky escape. Luck and coincidences often go hand in hand, but but just how often is good fortune really at play? There's definitely some force at work in this image, which shows a car narrowly avoiding being crushed by not one, but two fallen trees in the wake of a storm. As onlookers stand by in amazement, no doubt the owner is claiming it was all in this strategic parking. Number 13. A historic moment. A true coincidence makes you think, what are the odds? And this image definitely encapsulates that feeling as two cars with personalized license plates are photographed at a red light, joining forces to convey an age-old classic. Peekaboo and I see you. A truly momentous occasion like this one should go down in the history books.
That's crazy.
But perhaps the saddest part is that the owners may not have even been aware of the incredible matchup. Number 12. Bathroom renovation. Moving house can be tiresome, and renovating can be a truly momentous task. But all that stress was worth it for some new homeowners who made a hilarious discovery. Alex and Jess Monty were in the process of jazzing up the dated bathroom in their new home in the Bay Area when their contractor sent them a photo of a note he discovered behind the plaster. Some previous owners strategically placed a message in 1995 to tell future residents that they had remodeled in 1995, and, as they say themselves, what's wrong with the way we did it? The hilarious homeowners even left a note from their pet rabbit for good measure. Of course, the find went viral, but efforts to locate the legendary Shinekis from 1995 have been unsuccessful. Number 11. Who wore it best? Spontaneous coincidences like this one are often the craziest, and immortalizing the moment on camera can produce a timeless gem. This guy must have been maintaining his physique all year round just to prepare for this legendary vacation snap. And doesn't that distant island look suspiciously like the human-shaped Tafiti from Disney's Mona? Number 10. Professor Marvel's coat. You may recognize actor Frank Morgan as the Great Wizard from the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, but Morgan actually played 5 different roles throughout the film, including a cab driver, the guard at the gates to Oz, a soldier, and the fraudulent fortune teller Professor Marvel. For the latter role, Morgan needed to look like a man down on his luck, so the costume department picked up a rack of coats from a secondhand store and allowed him to pick one. While filming, Morgan turned out the pocket of the coat and found the initials of L. Frank Baum, the original author of The Wizard of Oz from 1900. What he thought was an added stamp of authenticity actually turned out to be an incredible coincidence, as the producer contacted the original tailor and discovered that the coat had in fact belonged to the deceased author. The legendary coat was returned to Baum's widow after filming, but it made the movie all the more special. Number 9. Christmas Crash. This unbelievably spooky coincidence happened at the jolliest time of year, as sisters Lavinia and Lorraine from Norfolk, England were driving home on Christmas Eve of 1994 when they were involved in a crash. This wasn't any old car accident though, as the sisters had crashed into each other, and they hadn't even been aware of each other's separate journeys. The 31-year-old sisters were ironically on their way to deliver presents to each other when they collided on an icy country road. And the icing on the cake? Their surname is Christmas. Seriously, look it up. Number 8. Identical lives. Coincidences involving family members are so common that it's hard to deny the inexplainable connection between close relatives. These twin brothers have proved this so much that they had a big part to play in the age-old nature versus nurture debate, which questions the impact of learning from our environment versus the influence of biological traits. Known as the Jim twins, the brothers were put up for adoption as babies in 1940 and grew up without any contact or knowledge of one another. Yet they lived identical lives. Both men were renamed James, or Jim for short, and grew up with a dog named Toy, and each married a woman named Linda, who they divorced to remarry women named Betty. Both had sons called James Allen and had similar jobs in security. They even drove the same Chevrolet and vacationed at the same beach in Florida. After reuniting in 1977, age 39, the Jim twins were shocked to learn about these similarities, and their life stories became worldwide news. Number 7. An ancient fossil. Fossils can teach us a lot about the past, but what about this insane discovery? And the most meta twist, one lucky person stumbled upon an infamous Nokia brick fossilized inside an actual brick. As if we needed any more proof that these things are actually indestructible. The best part is that the battery probably still isn't dead. Just switch it on and that baby's good to go. Number 6. The Simpsons Prophecy. It's no secret that The Simpsons has been accused of prophesizing all sorts of current affairs in vintage episodes. Most notably, Twitter users noticed that the show predicted the rise of Trump as president in some pretty uncanny ways. Although these near-identical images are from a 2015 Simpsons clip, an episode called Bart to the Future from the year 2000 did reference Trump's presidency in a joke when Lisa Simpson is president.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
Now fans are speculating that The Simpsons had predicted the tension between child climate change activist Greta Thunberg and the president in some strikingly similar images. Some have compared her passion for the environment with Lisa's own activism, suggesting that if she were an American citizen, she could have been the future POTUS. Number 5. True job satisfaction. When a new member of staff joined the Packard's Children's Hospital in Stanford, USA, experienced nurse Vilma Wong felt an uncanny sense of familiarity. Wong looked up the man's name and discovered that he had been a premature baby she cared for at the very same unit some 30 years earlier. The once 2-pound baby, named Brandon Seminator, was now a second-year pediatric neurology resident who was to become her colleague at the unit. Perhaps his experience under Wong's care inspired his career path, and the reunion between the two certainly made her life's work well worth it. Number 4. Soulmates. Sometimes it just seems like two people are destined to be together, and with coincidences like this one around, it's hard not to believe it. An engaged couple were rummaging through old photos in preparation for their wedding when everything they knew about their relationship changed. Originally believing that they first met in their 20s, the couple discovered that their mothers had been friends in high school, and they even found a photo of the two of them unknowingly meeting for the first time as babies. The wholesome photo was displayed on their wedding day, proving that they truly are star-crossed lovers. Number 3. The Money Shot. On 3rd March 2017, New England-based photographer Ron Risman snapped an incredible image of some huge waves striking a local lighthouse during a storm. After uploading it online, a local TV station asked for permission to use the photo, but it wasn't long until Risman was accused by viewers of plagiarizing the work of another photographer named Eric Gendron. After seeing Gendron's identical image, Risman got in contact and discovered that the pair had captured the exact same millisecond from within a few feet of each other without knowing. With only the tiniest differences between the two images, this once-in-a-million coincidence is a total turnout for the history books. Number 2. A crappy self-portrait. Coda Inman Alstrom was out for an afternoon stroll with his girlfriend in a California park when he noticed something unusual among the autumn leaves. Stopping to pick up the discovery, Inman Alstrom almost couldn't believe his eyes. An artistic pigeon had pooped a perfect self-portrait on a leaf. After snapping a photo and saying his goodbyes, Edmund Ostrom posted his find on Reddit and was met with the accusations of suspicious Photoshop. Determined to clear his name, he returned to the park and sure enough discovered the leaf once again. Redditors suggested it be sent to a museum, while one even offered $1,000 for it. But sadly, Mother Nature got in the way and the portrait turned moldy and misshapen. The feathered Banksy is probably still at large today. Number 1. Bill Morgan. At first, Bill Morgan might seem like an incredibly unlucky guy. This Australian truck driver was involved in a brutal collision, which almost killed him, declaring him clinically dead for 14 minutes. Morgan cheated death by miraculously reviving, but quickly entered into a coma from which he may never return. After 12 days, just as his family prepared to switch off the machines, Morgan miraculously awoke. Happy to be alive, he spontaneously proposed to his girlfriend, got a new job, and bought a scratch card which won him a new car worth about 17,000 Australian dollars. Amazed by his incredible luck, a local news station had him reenact the moment by completing a scratch card on TV, and the unthinkable happened. Bill Morgan won a 250,000 Australian dollar cash prize live on air, and his reaction is just priceless.
I just won 250,000. Please don't kill me.
If you ever feel down on your luck, just think of the man who almost lost everything before winning it all. Have you ever experienced a coincidence as spooky or amazing as some of these? Let me know down in the comments below. And thanks for watching.
Sheesh. I appreciate y'all who have watched the entire video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on a journey right now to 1K. If y'all are gonna stay loyal, stay loyal. If y'all are starting out YouTube, just hit me up. I can subscribe to you and support you. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video.